Amber Davies and welcome to Call to Stage. This is the space where musical theatre takes centre stage. From unforgettable backstage stories with incredible special guests to insights from my life and my theatre journey. We're leaving it all on the mic every single week, so let's jump in. Where do I even start with the last 48 hours? Honestly, I can't believe I've got a heel on because you should see the backs of my feet. And also, Legally Blonde! What the hell? It has been a week, but honestly, I feel so chilled and relaxed. If I could do last night, we can do today together. We have an incredible show lined up for you, so let's get started. Our first guest hails from the county of Durham, and she was the highest placed female contestant on Pop Idol back in 2001. It's the incredible Zoe Birkett!
I've even got music. Thank you, everybody. There we are.
Now you have to... Firstly, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Zoe,
before we go any further, are you all right?
I'm fine. What day is it?
Bless her, eh? How amazing did she do last night? Honestly, I feel like we should be doing this the other way around. I should be chatting to you, checking that you're all right.
And are you okay? First thing I want to ask, have you got any pre-show quirky rituals?
Oh. Well, I'm quite anal before I go on stage. Okay. A lot of people know this about me. I like to get to the theatre at like 4:30.
Okay.
I'm an early bird.
Never
Lots
be
of
me.
people get there for warm-up at like 6 or 6:30. I'm there at least 2 hours before. My lead up from the half is always I find quite intense, and I like to be alone.
Yeah.
So whenever I want to see someone, come to me at 5 o'clock. We'll have a catch up, we'll have a cup of tea, I'll have my dinner, I'm chilled, I'll FaceTime family, I'll say hello, I'll do some socials, I'll go on TikTok Live. That's my chance to just have a bit there before work.
Yeah.
Do me warm-up, which I take stupidly... don't come and speak to me. I'm in the wings by myself in warm-up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't do the thing in there. I'm in the wings.
Oh, so you don't join the...
Yeah, I skip by myself. I do my own warm-up. I'm doing, press-ups and stuff and just getting myself fit and warm. Because I've got a hip replacement.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, did you not know that, babe?
I didn't know that.
I've got a full-on hip replacement.
Oh, my gosh, Zoe.
Yeah, I can't be doing the... fat spins and all them type of stretches. I need to be fully warm.
Okay.
So I usually take myself off to the side. And then once it gets around 7:50, I like to be fully ready, made up, wigs and clothed by the 15.
Okay.
Always ready by the 15. And that's when I will usually sing the first song that I will sing. So if it's Tina, I will sing the first song. If it's Whitney, I will quickly sing Queen of the Night. I'll always sing the first song just to make sure that I'm in pitch, I'm there, I know what I'm doing, and then I'll always ring my daughter to say goodnight before 7:30. So from 7:15, 7 to 7:30, I'm by myself.
Can I just have a round of applause? What an amazing working mother. You know? You're a super woman.
Thank you.
Wow.
Listen, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of working parents in theatre, and it's a really, really hard juggle. Whether you're a female or a male. I've got a friend who's in Moulin Rouge, and he's a working father with 2 children, and he travels back to Wales every Saturday night and then comes back on a Monday. So it's there's a lot of working parents out there in theatre.
Let's talk about Tina.
Go on.
Wow. Where did this come into the inbox? Had you been in for it before? You were put, if there was a role written for you, it's this one, you know?
Yeah, I feel so. I mean, it happened very quickly, very fast. I was in The Witches at the time at the National Theatre, and I'd been offered another show. I'd been offered burlesque.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'd been offered to play Tess in burlesque.
Okay.
The deal was getting done, everything was happy. They were not happy that I pulled out, that was for sure. I can tell you that. But I basically got an email, and I'd been trying, it's the truth, to get an audition for Tina for the last 6 years. So it's been 7 years, but for the last 6 years, I was like, can I just get in the room for Tina? I know that I could do this.
Yeah.
But either the girls were staying on or they'd found somebody else. Just never was in the room. And then an email came through saying, is Zoe available to come and do an audition? And I was like, yeah, I'm here. I've been here for 6 years. I'm desperate to come in. And I went and I did one audition, and it was like an intensive workshop. It was like 4 hours long.
Okay.
And I came out of that audition, and I sat on the floor in the toilets, like getting out of my stuff, and I sat there for ages being like, what the was that? Because it was so intense, and I was like, I don't even know whether I can do this, like physically, vocally, emotionally. It was a really intense audition. But because I'd already said yes to burlesque, we'd said, we need an answer today or tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like, honestly, I was literally about to sign for burlesque. And so Tina came back and they sent the most beautiful email. They just said, they were like, wow, we would love to offer the role straight away as Tina.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
After a 4-hour intense audition, I mean, that is unheard of a little bit.
Yeah, I've never ever had one like that. But I think because it's not just about the dancing or can you sing it, you have to be emotionally invested when you're playing something like Tina as well. So they wanted to know as an actress where I could go, physically where I could go, vocally where I could go, because you're not just singing, you're also screaming at your top end as well. So a lot of it was repetition for that 4 hours. It was like, we're going to sing River Deep Mountain High, okay, but then can you scream really hard at the end? And I was like, okay, try it. Like, okay, let's do it again. And I was like, again? They're like, yep. And it's just to see what you're like as a vocalist, if your voice can actually hack it up there for that period of time.
Sustain it.
To sustain, yeah.
Do you think it's absolutely necessary to share that role with somebody else?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And I'll be completely honest, when I was told that I was sharing the role, I've never shared a role ever. So to me, I was like, what is it, like an alternate situation? Do I get lots of shows and then she gets 2? Like, how does it work?
Yeah.
I even asked for, I was like, just so you know, I can do all 8.
Yeah.
That's what I said at the beginning. I was like, I can do all 8. Like, I know my own strength. And they were like, I'm sure you probably can if you wanted to, but that's not how it goes for safety, for lots of reasons. And I was like, okay, so who am I sharing the role with? I was very, very fortunate to have the most wonderful person to share the role with. We got on like a house on fire.
Caris Anderson.
Caris, it was just going into Moulin Rouge, and we just became sisters immediately. And I think she's been with the show for quite a while, and so she's shared the role with other people. Okay. And she's openly said she's never had a bond like how she had with me. I think it changed her journey in the show as well. This year was the first time ever they'd done a 5 and 3. They'd been doing previously 4 and 4, so you're doing 4 each.
Yeah, which I think is amazing.
Which is great. But again, I was like, I can definitely do 5 of these. And don't get me wrong, you got to show 5 and you were like,
yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. So,
but as a mother, was that amazing just to know that I do the 4 shows and then I get time off to be a mum?
I think yes, if I had a house, but I did this very stupid thing of deciding that I was going to do a massive renovation project, and I agreed to do it when I was in the Witches. We bought this house basically that needed a full renovation. It was like 2 properties on one. My mum lives at the end of the garden, and she's our nanny, so it was like, okay, we've got to do these 2 properties. The builders were like, we're ready to go from June, and I was like, brilliant. I hadn't signed for Tina by that point because we instructed them in January, and then Tina came along, and I was like, this all clashes with the builders, what we're going to do. So I think under normal circumstances, it may have been less stressful, but it definitely was stressful playing the role, heading back to a house which was cold, had holes in the walls, the roof was off, we had to move out. It was living in a motorhome for a little while. If anyone's followed me on Instagram, I've lived in a motorhome, I've lived in hotels. But we're back in the house now. But that whole period was crazy.
Crazy.
But the balance of being a mother and doing the 5, yes, was perfect, and I think we should have more of that.
I think
with really hard roles, we need more of that.
I do. I even find it crazy how they've only just brought in an alphabet alternate. How is that a sustainable 8-show-a-week thing?
Yeah, it's insane. I think, and if you actually speak to the majority of women who are parents and mothers, everyone would be up for that.
Yeah.
Because it's a good work-life balance. You're going to get a happier mother. You're going to get a happier performer. Yeah. So,
Zoe, can I ask, when did you discover your voice?
Oh, I feel like I've got to give credit where it's due. I didn't really discover my voice until I was later on. I always wanted to be a dancer.
Okay.
I was obsessed with Britney Spears. So, like, everything was
As
Britney.
everyone is.
Like, yeah, my dream was to be like Britney Spears back in dancer. So I'd done lots of dance training when I was younger. I'd trained in disco, in ballet, in, like, commercial, musical theatre. And I was like, that is the aim, that is the goal. Did piano as well. But then I had my first hip operation when I was, I think it was 13 maybe. And I had 3 pins put into my hip. And my surgeon said at the time, like, you will never dance again. And I remember that feeling as like a teenager, just being heartbroken, like my whole dream is crushed, everything is done, everything I've been training for is over. And then my mum was like, yeah, we all think you can sing, like there's something there. So I used to go and have classical training across town in a place called Middlesbrough. We used to get like buses across because mum couldn't drive at the time. And we'd go across and I'd get singing lessons. And it just turns out I'm a better singer than I am dancer, which was kind of,
oh, come on,
you know, it kind of works out.
Here.
It's worked out in my favour a little bit as well.
Did you injure your hip?
My hip came out the socket. Basically, That's what happened. Whether it was, you know, a lot of dancing, with my age as well, hips move as well when you're younger, growing. But it was just out of its socket. So we put 3 pins in it to kind of keep it in its socket. But then now I've had a full full hip replacement.
Okay.
So I've got a brand new hip, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
Like, it is the best. If you're in pain, like, get it done. It's got my whole life back. I can't tell you. I literally had my operation. 3 months later, I was in Moulin Rouge doing can-can kicks and cartwheels, and I could never sit in the middle like this. I couldn't tie a shoe. I couldn't go running. I wasn't, you know, a flexible mum at the playground. Having this done has completely changed my life.
Oh, wow, I love that. Talking about Moulin Rouge.
Go on.
So you went in as Arabia.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually never seen Moulin Rouge.
Don't now.
I know.
The OG's are the best.
I know. So you went in as Arabia and then you played Satine?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mad, crazy time. So towards the end, I was like basically on for the last 2 months.
Okay.
So I went in as Arabia, and then I got asked to first cover, and I'd never covered before. And I was like, do you know what? Back in the pandemic, I'm all about learning and growing. I think it's really important. And I was like, I love the track of Arabia. She's fun, she's fierce, but there's like half an hour off in Act 1 that I don't do anything. And they were like, would you consider being first cover? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give this a go, give it a crack. Loads of extra rehearsal. That's the only thing about when you learn a track, then you got your track done, and then you got to go and learn somebody else's, which is like a whole new, you know, mindset. And then so like the first 8 months, I had like selected dates, handful of dates. But then towards the end, I was just on all the time. And it was amazing. It was incredible, a great experience. And I always say with that, learning to cover is a different mindset. And I always, you know, take my hat off to people who can, you know, like swings who can go on at any given moment. Because I remember one day I was Arabia in the afternoon and then I was Satine by night. Yeah. So in that 2-show day. So I think it really helped me grow and just nurture and learn a bit more of that side as well, you know.
Did you ever take over the role of Satine?
No, but I got asked to go back.
Okay. Of course you did. Of course you did.
And I said no.
Let's talk about Pop Idol.
Go on.
You were 16.
Yeah. Crazy.
So you were the highest placed female in the show. Mm-hmm. Did anybody here watch Zoe on Pop Idol? Yeah. The Will Young year? Well,
someone said Gareth Gates.
Gareth Gates. Yeah. It was like an iconic time of life, wasn't it?
It actually was.
It was.
Like, people had Pop Idol parties and everything. It was it was full on.
Well, my mum actually told me this morning that she brought me and my sister to watch you guys on the tour, and I actually saw you at the MEN.
Did you? Yay!
Mum, how old was I?
Oh gosh, what year was it?
Don't show my age now, Mum.
I must have been about 6.
It was in
2002.
2002.
Yeah. So I would be 6.
I was 6. And now look at us.
Great.
Oh my gosh, what is life? Please, that experience. Was it a whirlwind?
It was crazy. It was mad, but I'm always thankful that I did it when I did it, because being 16 and being in that type of bubble, and you got to remember back then there was not much internet really. There wasn't social media for a start. Period. There wasn't. So to a degree, I was protected. I've got lots of friends now who've done reality TV where obviously I still got followed, but people weren't going, yeah, you sing rubbish on the sides, and online. We didn't have that. So I would go out, sing a song, the end.
Yeah.
And I was
healthy.
It was healthy. And maybe if someone didn't like it, no one really told me to my face. People weren't horrible to me. People weren't saying things online. Maybe the paparazzi, but because of my age, I was protected from any of that. I didn't see any of that at all.
Okay.
But it was wild, and it completely changed my life. I mean, literally, paparazzi were outside of our house. I was followed down Oxford Street. It was mad, but it was the most incredible experience. And I'm just always thankful that it happened when it happened, because again, how would I have dealt with situations now as an adult may not have been the same as what I did back then, because I was just singing a song. You're going to sing that this week? Okay. I'd go off, learn the song, have a couple of vocal lessons, and then sing it on a Saturday night, and it was brilliant.
And also, I just think what's meant for you won't pass you by. You were always meant to do that.
But I mean, doing the arena tours, that was wild. Meeting the fans outside, like hundreds of thousands of people, was like insane, screaming your name at Wembley Arena. So there was moments where I look back at people I was writing with as well. Kathy Dennis, who wrote Toxic for Britney Spears, the writing, the music that I was doing, and who I was with at them times, the management that I had, was top tier.
Yeah.
And everything has changed now. I feel like some of my friends aren't as well protected. You kind of release a song and then you're dropped.
Yeah.
I chose to leave my management and chose to leave the label because I wasn't happy with the music that I was writing. I was writing really naffy poppy songs, to be honest, and I've got such a big voice.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be singing stuff like, you know, Aretha and Whitney and stuff, and they were like, it's not in. Because back then, early 2000s, it was like Kylie Minogue and Danny Minogue and Britney, and they didn't know really where to put this 16-year-old with a big voice. So I was like, okay, well, I'd really like to leave, if that's okay, because I feel like you're not doing the right thing for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was definitely looked after in that sense.
Wow.
Where it's not like that at all today. People can release one song, and if it's not doing very well, boom, you're gone.
I know. Or you can put something on TikTok and you become famous overnight. It's like such a crazy ball game, that world, isn't it?
But it's so great. That's what I say to people who are younger, the younger generation, who want to get into music. It's at the tip of your fingers now. Like, if you want to get something out there, you have got the options to put it out there.
Yeah.
But then you also have to understand the backlash that you may get when people don't like it. Yeah. You know, that's the only difference with my experience. I didn't have that backlash, touch wood. You know, even not everyone's going to like your performance. I'm sure people didn't, enjoy my Tina or my Whitney or whatever.
I highly doubt it. but it's subjective. It's subjective.
Of course.
It's subjective.
You're not going to please everybody.
No.
But luckily for me, if anything negative ever pops up, like, do not come to my page with negativity. I'm not here for it.
Block.
I love women. I love sharing people's positive story. I've only just met you properly today. Yeah. But I shared straight away. Strictly, I share strangers as if I know someone's doing something great. I'm like, I've never met you, but you're doing something wicked. It's inspiring. Let's go.
Aww.
But not many people are like that.
Well, yeah, I know. You're very down to earth. You must have had a really good support system when you were growing up. I've just met your mum.
I can hear my dad out there. He's out there as well.
Dad's out there. Hi, Dad. Mum's in the wing. Like, you can just tell you have had the most secure, down-to-earth upbringing. Mm-hmm.
I've got such a close family.
Yeah.
It's extremely close. And it's something that I'm always thankful for all the time. My parents separated when I was young, and it could have gone either ways. I've got friends whose parents separated, and it's horrible. There's a divide. You hear, between each other, and that child in the middle's like, oh, and it was never that way for me growing up. So we have a wonderful blended family, and the support that I've always had from them has been constant. Even in things they might have thought, is she gonna be all right doing that? They've always gone, just give it a go, we believe in you. And there's always been that there. I've got an incredibly supportive husband who thinks I'm amazing, which is brilliant. Like, that always helps, because sometimes you have relationships. I've had relationships in the past where, partners have envy, and they're like, you're great, but I'm also very intimidated, and that's a bit too much for me. And he's just like, go on, you can do it. He's like, all the time, which I think is great for someone like me in this industry when you need that support. So I've got a great network around me, for sure.
Please, can we give Zoe a massive round of applause?
Thank you.
I think I'm a little bit in love with you. If you know me, you know there's one person in this industry that I could not live without. It's my incredible best friend, Natalie Paris. How do you feel?
Yeah, fine.
Good? Isn't she a force, guys? She's a force to be reckoned with. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Have you settled in after our crazy 48 hours?
Oh, crazy 48 hours. I'm sweating.
Are you?
Yeah.
We were actually going for a tattoo, guys, on Thursday morning. Yeah. We have a tattoo, and it kind of rubbed off both of us, hadn't it? Yeah. And we went on Thursday morning, and I was kind of pacing up and down the street on the phone to my agent because the whole Strictly thing was happening. And you should have seen her face when I told her.
The best news literally ever. I mean, I actually can't believe it.
I know. It's and
amazing.
Do you know what? Just looking at Zoe now, would you ever do Strictly?
Yeah.
Yes.
See you next year.
See you next year. Do you know what? I'd love to do something like that. That's a bit of a challenge, whether it's Strictly or The Survivors, because of my hip replacement, and I love a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need something else to push my body further.
Yeah. It's. I think anyone who's in this industry we kind of thrive on chaos, and and like I want to be pushed. I want to experience absolutely everything I can out of this lifetime. Zoe, favourite musical you've ever seen?
Oh Lord. Ever seen? I like the old stuff, man. I love Cats.
I did not expect that.
I know. Like, I've got a thing about cats. If you follow me for a while, I've got a thing, like, there's been times I've put cat makeup on and I'm like, there's a Grisabella in me.
Oh,
like,
that's what we're going for.
Right? Like, honestly, I'm like, there's something about cats. Maybe because it was like a childhood thing. It was one of the first things that I saw as a kid. When the cats were coming out, I was like, this is insane. Like, Cats the musical will always have like a special place in my heart. I'm sure it's dying of death right now, but I mean...
Yeah,
I love a bit of Cats.
Grisabella.
Yeah, I do.
That has to be like on your bucket list, please.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not? But Cats is definitely up there.
Nat, there's only one correct answer, so if you don't say it, I'm going to be so disappointed. The Great Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby. Oh my gosh. I mean, wasn't she amazing in it though? Come on.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm still so sad, honestly. I'm still so sad. Any musical on the West End right now that you would love to do, both of you?
No.
I like that. It's strong.
No, like, there's some lovely, cute things out there, but I'm in a very different place now to where I was even. Something switched in the pandemic with me. I was like, I want to do more TV, I want to do more acting, I love chatting, so I've been doing loads of presenting work. So there's a couple of things at the moment that are in the pipeline that are new for next year, that are gritty. Northern, there's some fantastic Northern writing that's happening right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
Like, get a Northerner. But currently, right now, there isn't, no.
Do you know what? I can see you on telly presenting. You're so, like, confident and strong.
I love chatting away. Like, honestly, just putting it out there. But, I mean, if you're giving it 5, 6, 7, 8 on the telly, if you need a call to stage, I'll come with you and just be like...
That's so funny.
Do you know what I mean?
Leighton said exactly the same thing to me.
No, Leighton,
Yeah,
no!
he said to me, if you need someone to host call to stage while you're doing it,
No,
give
you
me a
can
call.
jog on, Leighton. It's my turn.
You can co-host it together. Now, I can't believe I am going to be introducing this next person out onto stage. I'm actually fangirling a little bit. It's the incredible Samantha Barks! I haven't seen Sam yet. Welcome.
You've been busy.
I know. We'll talk about it in the interval.
Yes.
I'm loving this situation. Yay! Guys, so Sam and Natalie have actually done quite a few China trips together.
We have. Two, yeah. We've how many weeks is that in total? Like
5?
5? So, yeah, 5, 6, yeah.
I love that. I've got Holly. You guys know that, don't you? Yes. Holly's backstage.
Yes.
So 3 of you are doing this together.
know.
I think this is one of the most important things about, like, okay, I love being on stage and performing, but it's the friendships you make.
Oh my God, absolutely.
And womanhood.
Yes. We had the best time,
We
didn't we,
actually
in China?
did.
And it was just this magical time because I just had my first baby and he was 3 months old and he came on the trip, and then this time I was pregnant with my second, and so it was just this, we had this magical sisterhood. It was just so special. So we are sisters for life.
Again, another incredibly insane strong woman who's a mother in this industry. Please give her a round of applause. Look at these 3 strong women. It was funny actually because at the Gatsby press night, it was the first time we'd met. And so I was like that, oh my gosh, it's Samantha Barks. And she's wearing this beautiful 2-piece black suit. And I just saw this little belly pop out and I thought, oh, she's pregnant. Because nobody knew really, did they?
No, and it's a weird time, I think, because I was like, you don't know how to dress the bump
I
really.
know,
And it was
I
like,
know.
and yeah.
And when did you go on maternity leave from Frozen?
I was trying to work out before. He was 8 months old when I was doing Frozen still. So that was trying to dress that bump as Elsa. That was quite kudos to the wardrobe department.
That is a whole situation.
Superwoman.
Did you ever, because I've experienced this, but did you ever get pigeonholed for a little bit? I don't think you got that, Sam. But were you pigeonholed slightly at the start with being a pop singer?
Of course, but babe, I'm pigeonholed all the time, even today. I literally went for a meeting about a play the other day, and the guy was like, so have you ever done a play? I was like, I've just finished playing Tina Turner, which is basically 3 hours play with music on top. Like, don't disregard the work that I have done over the last 17 years in the West End because I haven't done a straight play. Yeah. So I think I'm always pigeonholed, whether it's singing, acting, presenting. I think it's natural as a woman that people do that. Yeah. In the beginning, of course, it took me a while for people to take me seriously in the West End because everyone knows me as a vocalist. So they were like, can she act? Great, got that, ticked. Now moving into presenting, they're like, can you do the journalism side of things? So I think forever there'll be people who will question you and try and put you in a box. Yeah. But it doesn't bother me. I love proving people wrong. It's like my favourite thing to do. Yeah. I'm like, never ever limit my limits. Yeah. I know my own expectations. It actually gives you fire a little bit. Totally. Yeah. I love it. I literally rang my agent the other day after this meeting about the play. And I was like, you're never going to believe what the director said to me. She went, what did you say? I was like, I've just literally finished filming for the BBC, where I'm a straight actor, and I've just finished playing Tina Turner, which is a 3-hour acting play. Yeah. I was like, so I can act if you've got a question over my acting ability. And I love it when people try and come at me with something like that, because don't come for me.
Don't come for me. We won't.
No, I've earned my stripes.
And then, Sam, you've gone from being a contestant to judging a reality show.
That was so much fun.
You judged Mamma Mia, I Have a Dream. What was the transition like? Because you've done it.
Yeah, it was really interesting because I felt the responsibility so hard, because I remember every feeling that they were going through, and I was just looking at them. It's like their whole career is there in front of them. But, I would be backstage with them saying, it doesn't matter if you don't win. Like, I didn't win. Yeah. It's just about opening a door, maybe getting an audition or anything like that. But it made me feel so protective of them and proud of them. And yeah, it was really nice to get to see the other side, and so nice to not be the one being judged, because that's really, really scary.
I know.
So yeah.
Did you feel a lot of pressure to get it right? You were you were the what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I'm tired from last night.
Surely you can't be tired. You haven't done anything?
I can't find the word, but I mean, they came to you for advice. Did you find that?
I felt really I felt right for the job in the way that I felt I knew exactly what to say, and I knew exactly what to do, just because of being on the other side. I had such empathy, but also I wanted them to be great, because it's okay to get a little bit of feedback, because somebody is cheering you on and wanting you to go like this, instead of just tearing you apart. That's there's no time for that. But,
no. So we're going to have a 20-minute interval, and when we get back into Act 2, we'll be delving into the life of Samantha Barks. When did you discover your voice? Did you have, where did it come from? How did you find it?
Well, it's really funny, because when I was in primary school, I loved singing, always just singing and dancing just for fun. And I remember we were singing in assembly, and we were singing hymns. And I was like, you see, I love to sing, I just can't sing. Okay. Because it's all kind of soprano-y head voice stuff, of which I don't really have one. So I was like, air. Love it, air. And I was like, it's a shame. And really, for my whole, childhood, I just never thought I was good at singing. I just loved it, singing and dancing. And it was only really when things like Wicked came out, I remember with the singing teacher, I was like, I really want to sing Defying Gravity. And he was like, I don't know if that's a good song to sing. I was like, let's do it. And it just that was what my voice did. And I was like, there are songs that I suit and songs that I don't suit. And that's why it's for anybody, if they're doubting themselves. It's like, find your own voice, find your own version, because it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Sorry, I've just thought of that. Do you think we'll ever see you painted green? I've just put 2 and 2 together there, and I've thought, why haven't we been given that yet?
I don't think so, but I think it's weird because that show is so special to me and is the reason, really, that I'm doing musical theatre. But I think it just never... I think I was so young when it was first sort of happening. Yeah. And then the sort of time had passed. But
it's timing, isn't it?
Yeah. And so I don't think so, but I am the number one fan of the show.
I love
and my
that.
husband actually goes, "Are you listening to Defying Gravity again?" And I go, "But listen to her, she's amazing." And it's like always like Rachel Tucker and Lucy Jones, my friends who have done it. And I just sit there like, I'm so proud, and I'm just sobbing because it means so much to me. But I don't sit there and think, that should be me up there. I just sit back and I'm in awe of every alphabet ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing.
I know. And then we have to talk about Elsa. Come on. Oh. So 3 years of Frozen.
Yeah.
You originated the role at the Drury Lane Theatre.
Yes.
How... and it was massive when it came, wasn't it? It was like the big new musical that's coming, Frozen.
Well, it was crazy because I got it, and then I think we didn't open for 2 years because of COVID and everything like that. So by the time that we opened, it really was like the gates of Arendelle burst open, and we were all like, go! We were desperate to get on stage because we were all so excited about it. And as for anybody who performs during that time, it was just a really scary time, wasn't it? Of thinking that theatre may never happen again.
Yeah.
And it was really bizarre because you don't think of it as ever being taken away, and all of a sudden it nearly was taken away, and it meant that I'm always grateful for what I do, but my gratitude in that moment grew so much because I was like, it's everything. It's so amazing that we get to do musical theatre, and
There's like a time in the industry where no one complained, which is unheard of. Because all anyone complains about is like everything.
Yeah.
The schedule.
Yeah. And everyone was like skipping into work. I was like, I love this vibe.
Like a matinee, like that,
We get to do it twice today.
It's a
I love it.
day.
I enjoy that, yeah.
Like, in difficulty-wise, was she a hard track?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, because you think of Elsa and you think of Let It Go, and that's not for a long time. Really, Elsa is Conceal, Don't Feel, and everything is she's an anxious character. And so it's really hard because you want to kind of go there, but you can't. And it's just like your foot's always like a little bit on the accelerator, but mainly on the brake, and you just go and then let it go. That's why it's such an amazing adrenaline burst, because for so long you've just had to keep all your emotions zipped up, and it's such a fun character to play.
Isn't she just so magical to listen to? I'm like, Les Mise, Eponine. I mean, this is a massive part of your life, isn't it?
Huge. And it's like, when I think back to being in Les Mis, I was 17, just turned 18. And it's like, to think that long ago and the friends I made on that, I feel like that was my uni.
Yeah.
And we got to have that experience together, and now, we're all grown up, and it's just a beautiful thing that we all got to share.
And I read somewhere that you were in a curtain call at Oliver when you found out the news.
Yes, I was taking a bow, and all these cameras come rushing out of everywhere, and I thought, I've missed that memo, that there's some kind of photo shoot happening on stage. And Cameron McIntosh comes out, and he's talking. It was Charles Dickens' birthday, and I was like, okay, there'll be a cake. Yes. Always love a cake. So I'm thinking, that's where my mind's gone. And he's like, and that's why we've chosen her to be Eponine in the film. I was like, me? I'm still thinking about the cake, and it's like, oh my God. So I didn't get any cake, but I did get that role that night.
You did get the role.
Yeah.
You know when you just think like the Eponine's sitting right there, like I've just kind of got all sweaty and nervous again.
Oh, it's so fun.
What was it like to film?
So, well, I'd never ever filmed anything. I'd never done a film before, and so the comfort blanket was Eponine, who I love and adore, and had like a year, 8 shows a week with. And so to get to bring that into this completely unknown world was amazing because I knew her. I just didn't know this world.
Circumstances, yeah.
So, but it was. I mean, it was a really intense set in a beautiful way. But it's just like when we looked cold and freezing, we were cold and freezing, and you know, it was very, very exciting to be a part of.
Did you have to alter your acting for the screen?
Yeah, because you're used to, you know, big old theatre, and to be so intimate, like the cameras were actually there.
Like my lips would be shaking. Like,
yeah. Well, they would because it was so cold. Yeah. It was so cold. I was like, on fire, because you're just covered in rain the whole time. But it was that was how Tom Hooper shot it. Just everything so close and intimate, and a lot of things in one take. So, and that was quite fun because we're used to that. Like that's what we do on stage. We get one take per night. So I loved that element of it. But it was absolutely intense.
And I have to ask, was Anne Hathaway lovely?
Oh yeah, I mean, and we don't get to actually work together in the whole thing. So it was amazing to get to
watch her.
Yeah, it's like Devil Wears Prada, hello. Like, I'm obsessed. Princess Diaries, amazing. And then to see her in that role, she was just so incredible and so different to anything I think anyone had seen from her before. So it was amazing, yeah.
And then finally, I've only got 1 minute left with you, and there's one really important question. The last 5 years with Jonathan Bailey.
Yes.
Can we discuss Jonathan?
We absolutely can. So we did a Disney show together, like
before
donkeys ago. Yeah, when I was 18, I think. And I just adored him straight away. I was like, he is a star. But of course, it's like one of my first jobs. But I was like, I just feel like he's a star, and I know he is. And I'm like, God, I feel like he should be this superstar. Yeah. And he's also the nicest person in the world, the funniest person in the world. So much so that the director of this show, we would just laugh the whole time. We'd just laugh, ruin all the scenes, ruin all the sex. And he was like,
cheeky,
can you
Jonathan.
go and take a jog outside the studio? We used to have to just go and calm down so that we could refilm. Anyway, then, I don't know if I should admit this.
Oh yeah, go on.
I've never told anyone this, but I had an audition for the last 5 years. It's my dream show. Yeah. It is absolutely my dream show. I love it. And Jason Robert Brown's going to be there. Obsessed. Yeah. I'm obsessed with that. It's so exciting. So exciting. And you're going to do a chemistry read with who I don't know. I rock up, it's Johnny, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Oh, no. Because I know what happens when we get together. So we're doing the next 10 minutes, and that like nervous feeling starts coming. I'm like, oh, no, it's coming. And before I laugh, he knows I'm going to laugh because he can see the twinkle in my eyes. He's laughing, then I'm laughing, and then we are in fits of hysterics and we can't sing the song. And I'm like, oh, this is a final audition in front of Jason Robert Brown. And he went, all right, bye. You're good, bye. And he was like, you guys have got chemistry, go. And I was like, I just thought I'd lost the job. And he was like, I love you two together. And then we got the job. But yeah, but how embarrassing.
I would do anything to see you two on stage together again.
I would love that. I would love to do that show again with him. I don't know how.
I know. How can we organise this?
We'll have to ask him. But he's a bit busy, isn't he?
Oh, he just slightly.
Just a little bit busy, but yeah.
Well, Sam, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have been incredible. Please give it up for Samantha Barks! It's time for our last guest of the matinee. I'll stand up. It's our Eurovision princess. It's Holly Hall! Look at her, she's so dinky. Happy I'm here. Oh, you know it. You just said to me something upstairs, and I thought, I have to say it because it was so cute. You said, you don't know how to be by yourself, you miss your girls.
I know, it's so weird. I spent my whole life being by myself, and now, obviously, quit my job to do the band, and now I'm like, what?
Where
I'm
are
by
the
myself,
girls?
and I feel like I don't know what I'm going to say. We really rely on each other.
Have you got, you can do this in any situation, whether it's from your theatre or start that. Okay. Did you have any pre-show ritual for the Eurovision?
The Eurovision was honestly, it was the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
But it was the most pressure and stress and fear I've ever felt. And we basically, I'm sure everyone kind of does this, but we basically would all stand in the tightest little group ever, and we just go, love you, 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 like on repeat. And we did the show like 8 times before the actual final.
Oh.
So we kind of, because they like to prep everyone, like you walk the same route, you sit in the same chairs, and it's really, really kind of regimented. But that was like the one thing where it was, because it's packed with so many people, it's the one thing where we had the
Just
3 of
you
us
3.
together, because it was so overwhelming. Oh my goodness.
And you know, just before you were, I'm going well off script here. You know, just before you stepped out, like, can you describe that feeling, or were you just numb?
It genuinely makes you rethink your whole career.
Yeah.
We'd honestly be stood side stage like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this for a living? It's so terrifying.
I
But
know.
honestly, having the 2 of them there, I have so much respect for solo artists. I don't know how people can do that by themselves. It's insane.
You all look so good together. You sound so, like, you did us so proud, didn't they? Like, they did such an incredible job. And the fact that, like, it was from your MT girlies, like, you know, we were all just like, the MT world was crashing out hard.
It's very kind.
So you met in sixth form, and then you went on to train.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we just were at a normal sixth form, but we kind of started a little band just for fun, singing, you know, when you're singing with your mates.
Yeah.
And we would just literally just do it for fun, and it would get to a point where, like, our teachers would be like, guys, are you going to come to class? And we're like, no, we're singing, sorry. And yeah, our free periods fell every Monday, which is why we're called Remember Monday, because we'd be like, oh, see you Monday, don't forget Monday. And we'd honestly just sing for fun. Like, it was our idea of getting our nails done or shopping. That's all we did. And yeah, now it's really serious.
Yeah, pretty serious. You're going on like an arena tour soon. What were you called before Remember Monday?
So we were called Houston.
Houston.
Which is a really, we auditioned for the X Factor back when we were 16, and we were like filling out the forms on, you know, who we were. And we were like, crap, we don't have a band name. What sounds cool? Houston.
Is that literally the story?
Genuinely, that's why, for the X Factor.
So your 2 bandmates are Charlotte and Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren's in the industry, isn't she? Everyone knows Lauren Byrne.
Everyone knows Lauren Byrne, right?
Did anyone? You know, I have a bone to pick with her. Actually, no, this is a story. I'm going off track here. I went to Georgina Castle and Simon Lipkin's wedding. It's the first time I'd actually see Lauren in person.
Oh, yeah, she told me about this.
Yeah. And I have a bone to pick with her because we were doing West End Live, and it was back in 2022. Ben and I were doing it with Back to the Future, and Lauren was before us in the slot, and she blew the house down. And I thought, how on earth am I supposed to follow that? You know, I said, I have a bone. We have a problem after that.
I'm sorry, you were also very, very good.
What, me?
Yes.
I went wrong.
So?
I literally missed my opening cue.
Perfect.
When you graduated, were you like, okay, I want to give this a good go?
Yes, yeah. So I was quite early into the industry because LSMT is only 1 year.
Oh, wow.
So, and I went when I was 18. So I was out in the world at 19. And I did a little show called Loserville at the Union Theatre. And the casting directors of Les Mise came to see it, and they were like, oh, do you want to audition for Eponine? And I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. And then did the audition, and then they said I'm more of a Cosette, and went on to the world tour, which I think is really similar to what your sister's doing at the minute. Yeah. And then went into town, and basically, I feel like I did the show for nearly 6 years. I've covered so many different parts. I've played Gavroche.
Did you?
Yeah. 9 times I had to strap my boobs.
Well, so you have to elaborate on that whole situation. You can't tell us you played Gavroche and not give us a full detail.
A full rundown.
Yeah.
So basically, I think they slowly started to realise that what the heck do they do if the little boy falls over or hurts himself or calls in sick or whatever. So they had me be like the emergency cover, because they didn't ever have another boy in the building. And yeah, so I did the tech, blah, 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 waited ages and ages, and then this little boy kind of falls ill just at the half. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm going on as Gavroche in the West End. And then it was great. It's such a great role, by the way. Wow. Really recommend it.
I know, I just feel like I've added a new list to my dream roles.
Honestly, Amber, it's iconic. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's like quite iconic moments that he gets. And yeah, I feel like the little boy maybe like got wind that, I don't have to be here if I don't want to be here, because I've got a cover. So just literally at the last minute, he'd just be like, I'm going to go home, I feel really sick. And I'd be frantically running around, like painting my teeth brown, strapping my boobs. Okay, I'm going on as Gavroche. And he'd just walk past my dressing room like, bye, have a good show. I'm like, dude, you look fine. But it was really, really fun. I loved it.
Would you be wigged with a cap?
Mm-hmm. I'll show you the picture. It's
that's what I'm after.
So
here.
horrible.
Wow. And the world tour, I think world tours are amazing because you're seeing the world and doing what you love.
Honestly, that still I think is the best job I've ever done. It's exactly that. You travel the world and you get to do what you love. And they're places that you probably wouldn't get to. Like I would never have been able to go to the Philippines before or see those amazing places. So it was really, really amazing.
Yeah. Right. We have to talk about something iconic.
I'm so scared.
My Camp Rock.
Okay. She's done a dive.
I've done a deep dive.
No.
So Holly won a Disney competition. Does anybody know this?
This is so niche.
This is niche. It's
No,
right up my street.
Okay.
I've just worked with Corbin Blue. Like, this is up my street.
Yeah, that's quite iconic as well.
She won a Disney competition called My Camp Rock. Is there any way we can watch this or not?
No.
And you recorded This Is Me.
Yeah.
In a studio, I guess?
Yeah.
Can you please tell us, like how, what, why, when?
So it was when I was 14.
Mm-hmm.
I basically auditioned. It was the kind of advertisement was to find the British version of Hannah Montana.
Wow.
Because our generation was like the Disney Channel girls, like Demi, Selena, all of those girls were the most iconic thing in the whole world. And yeah, they were doing this like big search to find the UK Hannah Montana, and I auditioned, and it was like this whole TV show finding them, and I won it, which was hilarious. But it's so funny because they like promised me this like dream of being Hannah Montana, and they dropped me almost immediately.
Can you not get sued for that now?
Well, I think I did the kind of contract with Disney that I was supposed to do, and it was so funny because I was like at school and I was like, bye guys, like it was nice knowing you, I'm about to be big, and then I was just back in maths. Like, it didn't work out. I'm back. It wasn't for me.
Are you keeping the musical theatre door open?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I think so. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know how long we can. I don't know how long you can be in a girl band for. Like, we already feel kind of old being in a girl band. Like, we're competing with like Cat's Eye, who are so iconic. So yeah, I think I would love to go.
Well, I feel like I can speak on behalf of everyone. You will always have us as a listener, because you girls are incredible.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah.